Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Giants are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Dolphins, who will need to solve that secondary.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. Carry now for Paul Perkins. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
All right, here we go. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of increase in proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They give them 12 yards and a first down. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Perkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Again, they go to Perkins. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Green, 39! Green!
Play action, it's Kelly. Going up top. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. In motion left is Beckham. Kelly now, throwing on third and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Going right side here, and that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off to them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Here's Dalton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. He's at the 30, 20, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This will be taken in at the 1. And out Not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Adams. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. Well, thank you, Dr. Davis. Now Dalton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra. You go to them early.
Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for it, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go with Williams. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. First and 10 for Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, That's a big day.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And Dalton to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit. So they're operating in the red zone. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Second down, Dalton. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Watch it now, boy. Detroit!
On second down, Perkins. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
All right, here we go.
Kelly to throw. And that is incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Williams. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
New York set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Play fake. Now Kelly. Escaping the pressure right. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
To throw is Kelly toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Kelly. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. A minute 57 to go in this 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Dalton. And he checks this one down to Williams. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space for the football. Sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw on third down, Dalton. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From midfield here, Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Dalton, wide open receiver, complete. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Dalton here from the gun. And he finds Stills, complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now, never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
do that? I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
That is caught inside the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he got great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball. Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And Parkey's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So that's their third trip to the red zone, but all they have to show so far is 2 field goals. Tough sledding in this game for the offense. They get to the red zone. Normally you count on a minimum of 3 points in each red zone trip. Not so far in this game. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here. And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. That easy once you get off the gas a little. Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution. Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
All right, now look at 56. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Detroit. Here we go. 3-9, Leopard.
To throw is Kelly. Off play action. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's third down. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete. Now Kelly. And Ingram holds it in. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense. And there he was in the slot for the catch. Here's Perkins on first down and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go now. 3-19. Leopard. Detroit. Now let's go. Gun.
On second down, Kelly. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Ndamukong Suh forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, here we go. All right, now look at it.
Kelly off the play fake. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week. And all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way. You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A gain of 3, second down. I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down. Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They run it again with Williams. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wondered if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Initiating from the gun. Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
But